guess I'll start with the serious one.
Yeah.
I don't have a title for it, but it's based on technically it can be based on mine or belong with me because of like how the
Okay.
plot goes. That makes sense.
Okay, gotcha.
Um, I wrote this is just like I'm not entirely sure if who should be directing, starring, and all that. So I just put director James Wan because I don't have creativity, and he's a good horror
Uh-huh.
actor. Horror actor, sorry, horror director.
Director. Yeah. Sure.
Like
Sure.
yeah, like Fast Furious 7. That's a good horror film. Um, it's starring there's two a male and a female lead. Male, I'm thinking either Bill Skarsgård or Timothy Chalamet. I'm not so sure. Is Bill is
Okay.
the guy, right?
Bill
Yeah.
Bill Bill definitely fits the
Bill
mold of like a
Skarsgård. Yeah.
horror movie better, but yeah, Timothy will be
Yeah, yeah,
interesting, especially if you want
but
to do a
my
more
plot
drama
is
based.
my plot is the thing, okay?
Okay,
And
let's hear it.
okay, and the girl, I don't know. I was thinking of Maya Hawke is the one in Stranger Things, right? I forgot what her name was.
She is Stranger Things. She's in
Yeah,
Fear
yeah,
Street, the
Robin,
first Fear
Robin.
Street. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about having her as well. So the plot is basically, should we just read the whole thing? I'll make it quick. I know it's long. Okay,
Or the
so
Feel, feel,
basically,
synopsis, I
feel, free,
guess.
feel free to
or
read
just
as many or as limited as you want.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So basically, it starts off the main character Maya. No, I mean, we're using just the actor's name. I don't have like the name of the character. So Maya,
Okay.
the girl. So basically, like she lives with a family that doesn't really care much about her, and she just finished recovering from a very toxic, abusive relationship, right?
Oh.
So she finally moved on to this new town. Um, it's apparently it's kind of like kind of like those typical like horror towns where it's a bit it's not scary, it's not spooky, but it's more like kind of sus. Just like it's kind of like just a
Hmm.
normal ass town, but
Sussy
there's
Town.
something sus about it. There's something sus about it, right? Right, and then at some point, and of course in the town in the town's world building, there's like like things has happened before. There's like people have been getting kidnapped not recently. There's been like a long history of like kidnappings that has happened in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when she was there, she was basically just exploring around.
Hmm.
She was exploring around town. She met up with a guy. This is the Bill Skarsgård guy, I guess. I'll stick with him. I'll still with Bill. So she met up with Bill. They have like some exchange of conversation, but nothing really too much went down. When she got back from the town, it was getting late, right? And then but there's like this eerie feeling that she's being followed by some guy. Ooh, I think. Ooh. And then
Okay.
once she finally reached home, she was basically home alone. And of course it's gonna be like kind of like scream-esque-ish kind of deal where she's like like she has to like just like she hears not movements, or she hears like sounds in the house and everything, and she gets all paranoid. But then suddenly the slasher suddenly tries to attack her, and basically there's gonna be like a bit of chase here and there going around.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But in the end she got jumped by the stud slasher and she got knocked out. And then the story continues. Basically, she wakes up somewhere in basically she was kidnapped by the said slasher, and of course at that point she didn't really care what's going on. She just wanted to escape from the place. I'm taking part of the story from ito, by the way. Was it the Black Phone? Yeah,
Oh
part of it
yeah,
from
yeah.
that.
The Ethan
Yeah,
Hawke film.
yeah. The one with Ethan Hawke in it. Yeah. But yeah, okay, I'm too lazy to say all the points of the story here. It's kind of long, but like point is, there's like a lot of like development between here and there. But at some point, Maya tried to escape, and then she discovered like a room where it's like where it like hides all the killer's motive and all that, and also the killer, face reveal. Oh, it's Bill Skarsgård. Holy shit! I didn't see that coming. Of course she did. Anyway, but then at that point on, she started to feel more understanding of this person, you see.
Okay.
So instead of trying to run away, she's more so cautiously trying to try to properly like get along with this. Sometimes like people, they don't always like try to like run away from like the big killer or something. Sometimes they try to like there's like some conversations between them, kind of like in the Black Phone, for example. Like the guy, like the
Mm-hmm.
kid sometimes talks back with the guy, right, with Ethan Hawke's character. So basically, yeah, long story short, they kind of like get along, and then eventually she starts growing on her. And in the end of the story, basically Basically, what I'm writing is basically a movie where it ends with a Stockholm syndrome. If you guys don't know what that is, it's
Oh
basically
yeah.
the person,
Beauty and the Beast.
yeah, the person falls in love with the said killer. So
Jeez.
basically, like at the end of the story, like the police finally found out where she is. They all had like this like run and chase and everything, but instead of her trying to be like going back to her family, she decided to like, you know what? No, fuck you guys. I don't like you. I've never liked you at all. You've never helped me. So I'm gonna go with this guy who's been supporting me this whole time. So basically, that was the
Okay.
happy ending. So this whole time, what I've been doing is actually make a romantic story that started out as a horror. Because my friend gave me the idea of, Arek, why don't you write a story about Stockholm syndrome based on mine or belong with me? So
Interesting.
I'm like, yeah, you know
Okay.
what?
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? This is so unorthodox. I want it.
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah, that's the story. That's the
All right.
main story that I've come up
Calvin, would you if you see imagine a trailer for this movie, yeah? Would you watch this movie or would you like skip?
How do you make a trailer for this movie? I don't even
I
know.
don't know, man.
I mean, you want to focus on the horror side, I guess, if you're releasing this on the
Hmm.
Spooktober around the
Yes,
time,
yes.
right?
And
So,
you don't want to give
you
the
know what?
twist
Just
away too.
yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. Like, if I'm making the trailer, it'll be all about the stalking and the kidnapping, all stuff like that. And you know what? Just I'm pretty sure just because of all the Black Phone that I watch,
Hmm.
similar movies to that, I'll probably give it a watch. It'll be quite interesting. Yeah, and then I'll be like, whoa, this is a romance?
Hmm. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted. That's what I wanted to
Yeah,
do.
You know what's you know what it's reminding me of,
what?
it's not just because there is a twist to it, but you guys know director M Night Shyamalan, who's
Oh
most
yeah,
Right,
known for
yeah.
making twists. One of his films, The Village, which is a romance movie. However, when the film came out, it was panned by criticism, and I think it bombed on box office because he
Oh shit.
marketed it as a horror movie. They marketed it as a horror movie, but turns out it's a romance film. It just have a little bit horror elements. So
yeah.
people were going there expecting to be scared. I'm like, what the heck is this? This is a romance movie. What the crap? So,
Not gonna
yeah,
lie, that was me. I thought I was watching a horror movie. Go,
yeah.
I went in there. I'm like, "The- this is not. Where's the scary parts?"
Yeah. Yeah, I think now it's like it got a cult following because people start to know that, oh, it's supposed to be a romance movie, but like initially it's like people's like, oh, what is the heck? What the heck? Yeah,
Okay,
so
so basically,
Yeah.
my film is gonna bomb initially.
initially
Mm.
it's gonna be a
Gonna have
cult
a cult
following.
But
following.
it will have a cult. I don't. For some reason, I don't mind that. That sounds
Hey,
pretty neat.
it
This is pretty cool.
if that happened, your movie lives on. Once you have a
Mm.
Actually,
if you
that's
have a
true.
cult
Yeah, you're
following,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
your movie lives
Yeah,
on.
you know what? I don't mind it
Yeah.
getting like 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, probably less, but but it end up, oh, you know what? Turns out it's actually a pretty good romantic film.
Yeah,
It just started out kind of like horror-ish,
Horror.
but
yeah, yeah.
slasher horror-ish
Yeah.
thriller, I guess.
Nice. All right.
There you go.
Nice, nice, nice. All right.